Welcome back to the potentially award-winning podcast, Granny Shifting. I'm your host, Ryan.
And I'm your co-host, Jason.
Yes, I'm the co-host as well.
I'm the guest host.
I'm your co-host, Ryan. And this is my guest host, Jason.
And we are on minute 90.
90. Whew. Man, getting close.
And the race has begun.
The race has begun.
Last minute it began.
We're gonna drink first.
To what? To this movie soon being over.
To me being wrong about how this race started.
Yeah, I have to give this movie some credit. We're hard on it because I think it lacks a little bit in the nitpicking you can do in some of the first movies. But as a whole, this movie is quite enjoyable to watch.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's enjoyable to watch, not to break down.
Yeah, because when I get to a minute like this, I'm like, oh yeah, it's kind of fun and funny. There's some parts that we're both looking at each other laughing, but we'll get to that. So what do you got here for us to drink, Ryan?
All right. I got some Old Smoky
From
Gatlinburg, Tennessee whiskey.
Oh, wow.
Salty caramel whiskey. Are you a fan of flavored whiskeys?
I can't say I know whiskeys well enough to have a strong opinion on that.
Well, I know that you like
Fireball,
which is a flavored whiskey.
Yeah.
I know that you like...
I like Fireball.
Do you like Screwball or no?
Do you know why I like Fireball?
Because your wife likes Fireball.
Because everybody will do a shot of it.
Oh, yeah.
I actually really like tequila. Do you know why I like tequila?
Because you force yourself to like tequila. Because
No.
not other people like tequila.
No.
It's like liking sardines on your pizza. It's like, oh, look at me. I'm quirky.
No.
What is it?
Because when you offer tequila shots and people accept them, it's a sign that people are ready to party. When people are willing to take a shot of tequila.
Because it tastes bad.
Yeah, because it's not good.
Right.
But you're willing to be like, let's do it, right?
Yeah, right.
Let's go. Let's have a good time. Who cares? Right. And if it's like, I think I'm going to drink a Truly. I'm like, okay, I guess we'll sit on the couch and play
Jackbox.
Jackbox.tv. Sheesh. All right.
So
if you know, you know. But
let me know how much you want. We're not doing shots. We're doing tasters.
Top it off, man.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Ryan has mason jars here.
Why don't you start with that? I keep it freezing cold.
And I'm riding a motorcycle tonight, so I gotta be
scooter,
extra careful.
Please. It's a scooter.
It's a motor and it's a cycle, so it's still technically a motorcycle. And
What
I
makes something a
wave to
cycle?
other motorcycles.
What makes something a cycle?
Wheels.
Bicycle.
Tricycle.
Quad
cycle.
cycle. What's that?
It's a car.
It's a four-wheeler only.
Quad.
Cycle.
Yeah, you're right. Huh.
Cheers.
But I love...
Did you like Screwball? I forget if you said.
Yeah. I didn't really like that other peanut butter whiskey you got.
No. What was that? Something with a dog, right? Bloodhound.
Yeah. It's good. I feel like this would be good in for mixed drinks. But it's not very manly. I feel like it just tastes like it tastes like caramel.
Well, just don't tell them that it's salty caramel.
Yeah. I'm not telling anybody.
Wild turkey.
Yeah.
Jack Daniels.
Honey bourbon.
Jim Beam.
Is that a barbecue sauce? Honey bourbon.
Yeah, but honey bourbon is like Tennessee whiskey.
That's what we're drinking.
No. American honey is what I mean.
American honey, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really confused.
What was I saying?
We're all wondering.
This stuff with a little Cold Stone Creamery creamer.
Okay.
So good. It's like a
salted
caramel ice cream.
Yeah, I do like
Very
that.
good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So you're not a Drake biscuit winker.
No, not too much. Not a whole lot, The big biscuit drinkers.
It was hard for me to say that wrong. A Drake biscuit winker.
Yeah, I don't bink a whole lot of
Drisky.
Drisky.
That had 3 words with messed up beginnings. You're not a big whiskey drinker. You're not a Drake biscuit winker. That's
good.
Funny.
That's good.
It's good stuff. All right. Should we get into the minute?
Been drinking a lot, so
I had
been winking
beer.
a.
I had beer.
You think I drank yours?
I had a beer. So I was saying
okay.
I had a beer, a singular beer.
Ryan likes to stack his beer cans in front of me, so it makes me feel like I'm drinking a lot.
Yeah, you guys should see the beer cans. If you can even see Jason past the beer
It's
cans.
our first episode of the night, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's get into it.
So the race starts. The hands are thrown down. The car's tires squeal and take off. And it looks like a runway because these like lights along the side of the road.
Right.
But the end of the road is complete darkness. Like where the corner is.
Yeah. It's pretty cool that way.
It would be good if they had their headlights on, but they don't.
Okay, so how long is the whole shot?
The whole shot?
Like, even until
well, we can
second
count
gear.
seconds here. We're 10 seconds in, and DK pulls ahead. He grabs a gear, and it like launches him in front of Sean. Good gear shift.
So when you go into a drift, you still want to be on the outside of the turn, turning so you're... No, I feel like they always have their back end like close to the outside of the track, right?
It really depends on how the clipping points are set up. Like, in amateur drifting, you're just trying to stay on the track.
Right.
In pro drifting, they set up, like, on a corner like this, they might have a clipping point at the start on the outside. So you'd want to whip your back end out near that. And then they'd have one on the inside of the middle. So you'd want the nose of your car to go right past that. And then they'd have on the outside of the far corner, too. So you'd apex the corner. Okay? But sometimes they'll also want you to stay Y the whole way so your back end's right on the edge the entire time.
Okay.
But that's when there's a line involved, and this is just for speed, so it doesn't really apply.
You would think that apexing would be for speed. Like taking the
Apexing the
inside.
corner. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I think
but
that
it
would
sets
be
you up for the corners after, because then you're on the outside of the track.
Unless the next turn is to the right.
But, I mean, it depends how the track's set up.
Right.
But, like, that would put your momentum towards the outside of the track coming out of it. If you're wide on the whole corner, as you come out of the corner, it's going to be putting you towards the inside of the track then.
Right.
Anyhow.
So
they're 10 seconds into the minute, and they're entering the corner. So I would say it's probably about a quarter mile.
And Takashi has the lead. And he doesn't just take the lead. He gets in front of Sean.
Yeah, and cuts in front, like takes his lane.
Like he takes time to move over in front of him.
But for 7 seconds, they were dead even.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's just ridiculous. That two cars, you can build a Mustang with an RB26 and then have a 350Z, and these cars line up randomly for the first time with no regulations at all, tires, anything, and they're 100% even the entire way.
Right.
Not one takes the lead and one catches up. They're completely perfectly even until he grabs a gear and somehow gets in front of Sean.
Somehow he gets a full car length and moves in front of him within half a second.
Do you think these cars have nitrous?
No.
The first Fast and Furious movie with no nitrous at all. The only Fast and Furious movie ever that has zero nitrous in it.
Probably.
Whoa.
It's mind-boggling. What was I going to say? Something else about him? I don't know. It'll come to me.
He's drifting in a white tank top.
Yeah. So during this minute, the whole time I'm thinking, what is the advantage to the Mustang? Is there an advantage to the Mustang body that like would help him in this race?
No.
It's just a disadvantage, right? It's higher, it's heavier.
Right. If it was set up, it might be better in drag because you can set up a car like that to be good for drag racing, but that's not how they want this set up.
Right. Okay.
And it looks, this entire minute, I'm like, man, he looks like he's fighting that car.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he must not have power steering, and he doesn't look stable. He's coming out of the corners. Whoa. Is it an automatic? Does he have a wide brake pedal?
Too far.
All right.
Too
just
far,
play it.
Junior.
We'll get there.
Too far, Junior.
All right. So let's see. As they come around the corner, we're going to get a shot at his angles.
No license plate there.
Sean grabs the e-brake to...
No. He's got his foot right here on the clutch.
He does have a clutch. Looks like they got a big wide pedal there, though.
That was just...
And he is, like, sawing on the wheel. 2 hands trying to get that thing to turn, and it looks It looks like he's barely drifting it.
Yeah, not how Neela was looking when she was drifting.
No. And his like chin's tucked in and his teeth are clenched.
And not how he was drifting that Subaru on that long on-ramp either. He was just holding that. He was like, ooh.
And the shot we get here as they come out of the corner, DK is probably 100 yards in front of him.
6 car lengths at least.
Oh, more than that.
Oh, you think?
Look how small his car is. Look how small the road is. Measure with his car. That's at least 100 feet.
Okay.
But he's far ahead.
Way ahead.
But then, as the scene progresses,
Yeah.
Sean catches up really quick on this straightaway.
And Sean is still going sideways even past like the straight part. Did you catch that?
Yeah,
like,
he's
look at
like
him
power
coming.
sliding it a little.
Yeah, like coming out of the turn.
Oh, man, he's making some faces.
Like he should not still be sideways there.
Yeah, that drift looked like he started from a dead stop in the corner and then burned out as he turned
Right.
and then took off. Like he didn't actually drift it.
And you can see him in the rear view self-correcting like crazy. And like the whole vehicle is like
Shaking around. It doesn't look steady. It doesn't look settled.
But I feel like if it was like an actual Mustang, right? Like he might lose on the handling, but he'll make up for it in the straightaways.
You're hoping with the power.
Right, with the power that it has, especially the low-end power. But the RB26 is not supposed to move a vehicle like this. So
Yeah, I don't know how much power he's making. But everybody's watching on their cell phones.
yeah,
The filming.
like they can. Did you see anybody at that turn? Did you see anybody filming at that turn? No.
But like, how are they all like connected to this
Right.
stream?
Right. And like the Kamada guy's watching on other people's phones as well.
Yeah, he doesn't
Like
have his
from a
own.
distance, right?
He's waiting, smoking a cigar. So here's a great part. They come into like a slight turn straight away, and this is just classic Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Getting back to its roots. There's nothing happening at all except a giant shatter of sparks from under DK's car.
well, there's like a little dip. Like they did show a little dip in the road.
Yeah. Do you think that's what it was? His car's that low? He's just bottoming out?
I think that's what they want you to think. But it's not just his car. Look at the gap here.
Okay, Sean's car
What,
is
they're
12
8
inches or more.
12 inches.
12. I think that's 12.
I'll have to ask my wife.
Wow.
Why is his...
Sean's car has like an explosion. Like last time I saw this happen, a Civic was trying to pull over a tractor trailer and had a wheel rotor
right.
explode.
I was going to say someone's floor
Like,
pan dropped
a
out.
huge amount of sparks, and that car is not low at all.
No. There's no way. I mean, it is
Jeez. Like,
blinding.
yeah.
What did he hit? There was like a
Firecrackers.
muffler in the
Somebody
middle of the road.
Firecrackers on the road.
But it does make it look cooler.
Yeah, and look, he does have a wide brake pedal in the middle. He has a clutch, but he definitely has a wide brake pedal.
That would be
there.
weird. I wonder if that was like a thing that they started later, or for like smaller cars. But the Mustangs are pretty small. Like, it's a
Yeah.
big car. Like they call them pony cars, but because they're smaller.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mustang, Camaro,
Maverick.
Firebird.
Remember the Ford Maverick?
Yeah, the Maverick was like just a little coupe.
Oh, a pony car.
No, it's not a pony car.
Isn't a Maverick a horse?
Yeah. No, Mustang's a horse.
Yeah.
Is a Maverick a horse as well? Maverick.
I think that
Sounds like a horse thing.
Yeah. If I Google Maverick, what comes up? Maverick
I guarantee it'll be the new Top Gun movie.
images. Top Gun. A Ford Maverick is apparently a pickup truck that just came out.
Yes, that is so stupid. It's like how-
And it's
have
all
you-
Top Gun.
Have you seen Have you seen the new Mustang? The Mach-E?
Yes.
Oh my word, I want to throw a brick at it. Like call it something
I
different.
saw a meme. It says the ugliest Ford Mustang ever made, and it's like the 1978 Mustang,
Yes,
and then
yep.
it says Ford, hold my beer, and then it shows the Ford Mach-E under it. Like we
So,
can
like,
beat that.
I don't care about it. Like the car's fine, whatever. It's electric, it's, whatever. Don't call it a Mustang, right?
Yeah.
Call it something different. Come up with a new name. You
It
don't have to
is weird.
reinvent. Like, you want to create a new, smaller pickup truck, even though you already have the Ranger that you just brought back. You have the F-150, which is already like, what is that, a half-ton truck? So you already have
Right.
the two. Now you create the Maverick pickup truck, which was a car back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand what they're doing.
They don't make cars anymore, so maybe they're
right.
kind
They
of
just make the Mustang.
And if you do something that bugs people, then they talk about it for free on their podcast.
That's true.
Stop.
Yeah.
Don't.
What do you think we
can
could
you cut
do?
that part out?
What do you think we could do that other people would talk about on their podcast?
Politics.
We were mentioned in one of the other Fast and Furious podcasts.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because I was listening to it.
Oh.
This was like months ago. And I was like, maybe I should like try and connect with these other podcasts. And I reached out to a couple of them about doing like a, you know, cross episode. And they said, yeah, maybe sometime.
That was it.
Never heard of it. So I
What?
was like, but I need to like listen to them to like get to know like who's who and what do they talk about. And so I listened to a couple episodes of each of them. And the one talked about, they had a guest host on, and the guest host mentioned how that podcast that he was on had had the second most Fast and Furious episodes, and the one podcast that has more episodes than them only has like 10 or 15-minute episodes.
Oh,
So I was like,
us.
oh, that's us.
Oh, he didn't even call us out?
Nope.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We have so many. Our first season's about gone from Apple Podcasts.
No, the whole season's still there.
No.
Really?
The beginning episodes are gone.
I wonder on Spotify if it's still there.
Remember Brian
yeah.
warned us of this, that you only get a certain number of episodes and they start deleting your first ones. But on Spotify, it's all there.
But on Anchor, they're all there as well.
You should repost one of our first episodes, and we need to fill in.
Okay. We should just start a new podcast every movie.
Then you got to get new subscribers and new. All right, we should talk about this off air.
Yes. How is your whiskey? Is it gone?
Almost.
All right.
We have 20 seconds left of.
Oh, right. We still got to go. I was about to end the minute.
No. All right. So Sean completely catches up. He's right on his tail, and we get more sparks for no reason. And they're coming into another corner.
Second turn.
And they are like, I think DK needs to move his seat up because he's in the corner with arms straight out, like sawing back and forth on the wheel.
Again, nobody posted on this corner.
DK is actually looking pretty good on these corners.
Yeah.
But Sean is like barely even drifting.
And he looks like he's having such a hard time.
Yeah, fighting it so hard.
I do like this scene here. You get the car on the very edge of the path, but you see what else is to come yet. Like, I like that.
Yeah, it's such a cliff. You can see the road down below them as
which
it's overlooking the cliff.
Perpendicular to the road that they're on right now.
And DK is like spraying some dirt up. That's how far he is to the edge. And Sean's right on his tail, though. Nice close tandem drift. And the minute ends with Sean's like tire kind of like dropping off the edge of the road.
Right. Okay. So I backed up a little bit. So we see DK. You say he's spraying dirt. Look at Sean's car's right behind him. Look at his position.
Yeah, right on him.
Not close to the edge of the road. Probably like
Not
2
yet.
feet in from the edge.
Right. Oh, but he grabbed the e-brake. Grabbing an e-brake can swing you out wide. Although his wheel didn't lock up.
I feel like your e-brake would pull your front end forward when you're already turning.
Mm-mm. An e-brake will slide you out farther. You can almost go straight if you have enough steering angle and you pull an e-brake. Because it doesn't give you any forward momentum. Like your wheels spinning forward will actually push you towards the inside of the corner, but you're fighting your momentum, which is pushing you out. With an e-brake pull, you're only sliding at that point, and you're going to slide straight other than what your front tires are going to be doing.
So you're like sliding sideways like this. If this locks up, you don't go like this?
No, because you have more grip when they're spinning.
Okay.
So if you want to add speed and add angle / slide out farther, you want to increase your wheel speed a lot by like clutch kicking. So you'd rev it up and dump your clutch. And then that much wheel speed, like, you know, there's like coefficients of friction that like something has a certain amount of grip, and once it breaks that grip, it's slipperier.
Okay.
So like a higher spinning tire is going to get slipperier and slipperier. Okay?
Right, yeah.
And then, but that's going to also pick up your speed as you're doing that. If you grab your e-brake, your one spot like locked on the blacktop is going to become so slick. It's going to slow you down, but also swing you out wide.
Interesting.
So if you want to pull yourself in towards the corner, you would let off the gas completely and let your wheel try to like balance itself out.
Gain traction.
Yeah. And then that grip balanced to your steering angle would help pull you into the inside of the corner. But he grabbed his e-brake and almost shot himself off the road. And then the minute ends.
Yeah, didn't make it. Almost
With
didn't
what
make
we
it
call
down the mountain.
A dirt drop, and then he does a little duck face with a like, ooh.
Yeah, like right at the end of the minute, it looks like his car's going off the cliff.
I think that was the point. Should we see what happens next?
Sure.
On next episode.
Stay tuned for next episode of Adventures in Odyssey.
Tokyo Draft.
What did you say? Thanks for listening. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And always remember,
winning's winning.